Well, hello there. This is Simonopolized coming back with another speed build. Yeah, and if you are actually following what I'm doing right now, is I'm actually recreating all the houses from the Paranormal Activity movie sequel. Yeah, and right now we're actually doing things out of order a little bit because last speed build was the one from the Paranormal, like Kate and Mika's house, the house from Paranormal Activity 1, and we're now jumping to the house from Paranormal Activity 3. It's Jody's and Dennis's house. Yeah, that doesn't mean that I actually skipped the one from part 2. I'm just gonna do it another time. Like maybe it's the next build or maybe the build after that, but I did not forget it, and yeah, anyway, I'm gonna do it, but just not right now. I was just in the mood to do this build, and it's also like this build is the hardest, so I wanted to get that done, get that out of the way. Yeah, and I don't know, like after getting like the hard house out of the way, after finishing it, uh, it would be easier to do the other houses. Yeah, so this house actually took me about 8 hours to do, which in comparison to the one from, yeah, the last speed build, like the Kate and Mika's house, it took me 3 hours or 3.5 hours so for this one to take me 8 hours, it speaks a lot. It says a lot. Yeah, anyway, the problem with that was as I said in my last speed build, I actually follow the listings of the house because like all of the movies were actually filmed in real houses, not on movie sets. Yeah, so the problem with this house was that there were no pictures for the listing. There were no pictures from the exterior of the house, and there were no pictures from the interior of the house. Yeah, so I had to go to like the movie, watch the movie, not actually watch it. I'm just playing the movie, and whenever I see like a new corner of the house shown, I would take a screenshot. Yeah, and put that as my guiding line to actually build the house. And the layout of the whole house is just very weird. Yeah, it's supposed to be like this one-story house, but it has like a bump out, and that's where the girls' loft is. Yeah. So that was fun. Yeah, but anyway, I figured that out in the end. It took me a while, and at first you're gonna see the layout on, like, now the main layout of the ground floor is right, but yeah, the roofing would be wrong for quite a while on the speed build, but I'm gonna fix that in the end. Yeah, but anyway, I used also like the platform tools to, I don't know, to make it look right. Yeah, but anyway, there's also like one of the reasons I did the whole roofing wrong or the house wrong at first is because there's this one scene where they are taking some pictures in front of the garage, and you kind of see like a corner window. Yeah, so I don't know, like judging from the layout of the house that I actually figured out myself from the movie, there were no corner windows. Like I was trying to orient myself, like the orientation was just wrong. So I don't know, I looked at the screenshots one more time, and there are like two doors leading out of the living room. There is like a sunken living room. Yeah, so I thought maybe that's another room that is actually attached to the house. But anyway, After that, I just needed more reference to the exterior of the house, so I hopped onto Google Maps, and you can see some houses from like a bird eye view. The quality of the picture was, yeah, it was horrendous. Like it was really bad, but you could kind of figure out how the roofing looks. Yeah, like very vaguely figure out how the roofing works. But what you could very clearly see is that this part of the house where there's like this corner window, it was actually detached from the house, like it wasn't attached to it. So because it was actually right off the entrance, I thought that, I don't know, it would probably make much more sense if it was like a rental unit or something. So you don't see that part, like you don't see that room in the movie. So I did it, I don't know, with my imagination. And so I also did, I don't know, the other bedrooms from my imagination, because in the listing it was written that there are 4 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms in the house. Yeah, and they only show like the loft area, where I don't know, where it's supposed to serve as the girl's bedroom. Yeah, and the master bedroom, like the Julie and Dennis's bedroom. But the other bedrooms do not get shown at all. So I also did that all from my imagination. Yeah. Uh, yeah, and the rental unit, I also did that from my imagination because it doesn't get shown in the movie at all. Yeah. But anyway, right now, like the whole layout of I know the ground floor is right apart from the, I don't know, detached house or detached room, whatever you want to say it. Yeah. And I actually moved the house a lot. Like I moved the entire house to the 50 by 50 lot in Mount Komorebi, and I moved it back to this lot. Yeah, so right now I'm actually building on the Optimist's Outlook. Yeah, and I thought that I needed more space because this lot is 40 by 30, and I thought I needed more space, so I moved it to the 50 by 50 lot in Mount Komorebi. Yeah, and then I figured out that, I know, 50 by 50 is actually worse because it's much more bigger. There's much more space than we actually need. Yeah, so I moved the house back onto this lot, like the 40 by 30 lot. So you have a very small backyard, but I used the sides as well to, I don't know, put like a pool and a gardening area in. So there's a side yard and a small backyard. This is not how the real house looks because the real house has a very big backyard. It's bigger than the house itself. Yeah, but I mean, there is nothing to the back of those lots. Like, it's. I mean, I'm guessing you know where Optimus Outlook is. It's in Newcrest, and there are like a row of lots next to each other. They are mostly 20 by 30. This one is 40 by 30, and the one on the other end of that street is 40 by 20, and this is actually where Katie and Mika's house is located, like where my last speed was built. Yeah. Um, I'm guessing it would have been best if we had, I don't know, for this build, like if we had a 40 by 50, I'm sorry, no, a 30 by 50 lot, it would have been a lot better. Or like 30 by 60, or anyway, yeah, that would have been a lot better because then we would have had like actual room for the backyard. But I mean, the whole purpose of this speed build is actually to recreate the house and not actually play in it, and it's still playable. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. um Yeah. So, oh, and actually, by the end of the speed build, I actually put like the tripods and I don't know, the cameras exactly where they actually are in the movie. Yeah, because in the movie, like, it's a horror movie and it's all filmed, like, it's all actually, I don't know, yeah, it's filmed by a normal camera because it's supposed to look as if you're watching the experience of a normal family that aren't actors of some sorts. It's supposed to add to the spookiness and makes you feel more attached to the characters and stuff. Yeah. So I actually put the tripods and the cameras where they are located in the movie. Yeah, and right now, like, that's what I was talking about right now. The house is located on the 50 by 50 lot in Mount Comarby, and that's gonna move again in a couple of seconds to Optimist's Outlook. Yeah. And that was when I figured out that the house or the room is actually detached from the main house. Yeah, and just give it a couple of minutes, and you're gonna see me also figure out the roofing situation because right now the roofing is all wrong. Yeah. But let's just move back to the speed build. Yeah, because I also don't have a lot of time to do stuff myself. I mean, this house took me like 8 hours, and you should put like an additional hour and a half or 2 hours for going through the movie and taking screenshots. Yeah, and I mean, there maybe put like half an hour for editing and stuff because I right now I don't have time for cutting for the footage. I just speed up the build as fast as I can. Not as fast as I can. I mean, I speed it up by 16 times instead of 8 times as I usually do. Yeah. So, what was I saying? I've been losing track of what I'm saying a lot lately. I don't know why. Yeah, I was talking about what I stole this time from the gallery because last speed build I stole the pool from the gallery, and in this speed build I stole the fireplace from the gallery, like the fireplace in the living room. Yeah. I'm guessing, yeah, the sides of the house are now done right, but the back of the house, yeah, the roofing changes also after that. Yeah, and I don't know about you guys. Maybe you can leave that in a comment down below. But after the last update, like the game has been a bit glitchy. Yeah, and I know I don't have a lot of mods, and I updated them all, so everything is supposed to work. And I also tried to take out the mods, and it was still glitchy. Yeah, so I'm guessing the problem came from the update. I'm guessing, I'm not sure though. So maybe you can leave in the comment down below if the game has been also glitchy for you after the last update. Because before that, it was going smoothly or smooth. I don't know, it was going more smoothly than I actually expected to be. Yeah. Yeah, but it's been laggy, or not laggy, it's been glitchy. Like, for some reason, when I was actually working on this build, um, again, what I was trying to say. Oh, I forgot it again. And as I said, I don't have time. I have exams that I cannot start over the voiceover. Um, yeah, I completely forgot what I was trying to say. Yeah, I'm getting old. But anyway, I'm guessing everyone has memory problems those days. Yeah. Like, I'm not an exception, right? Yeah. I really completely forgot what I was trying to say. And it annoys me right now because whenever that happens, it really annoys me. Like, I want to finish my thought. It probably annoys you as well that you won't know what I was trying to say in the end. But maybe if I remember it, I don't know, it's gonna be better. Yeah. Anyway. And right now I don't know there are no other topics going through my head because all I'm thinking about is a thought that I forgot in the middle of actually saying it or expressing it. Yeah. But anyway, so now you're gonna see me actually figure out how the roofing works. Like how the roofing should actually look like. Yeah, because it's supposed to be like a one-story house. Have I said that already? Anyway, it's supposed to be like a one-story house, but it's also supposed to have like a small bump out, and that's where the loft area is. Yeah, I'm guessing I've already said that. Yeah. Anyway, actually, I remembered what I was trying to say for a second here, and then I forgot it again, which annoys me even more. But just give me a second. I'm gonna remember that. Ugh. I mean, let's just change the topic, and after that, you can go back to what I was trying to say. Oh yeah, I forgot. I was talking about how glitchy the game was getting, and what I was trying to say is that when I was building, for some reason, it kept like exiting the game or not exiting the game. It didn't exit the game. It just put the game on minimize. Like it would take me to the home screen of my laptop, not the home screen of the Sims. Yeah, so it doesn't close the game, but it just exits the game. And that kept happening, and I mean that interrupts the recording a lot. But yeah, for some reason this time I was lucky enough for the recording file not to be corrupted, so I could actually use the footage. Yeah. Okay, now I'm happy. Now I actually remembered what I was trying to say. Yeah. And the custom fireplace that I said, I downloaded that off the gallery. Like, I don't know the exact name of whoever did that, but I mean, you will find it on the gallery. Like, just, I don't know, filter the gallery by rooms, not lots, by rooms, and type in fireplace, and you're gonna find a bunch of them. Yeah. Did I also say that I put the tripods like everywhere where it's supposed to be, like in the real house? Yeah. Anyway, um, and oh, I'm guessing I already said that. Yeah, anyway, um, I also wanted to say that this was actually the first movie I saw from the whole sequel, like the whole movie sequel. And the reason I watched that because yeah, I had a friend from school. Yeah, I mean the friendship fell apart, but when we were friends, he was like into like the whole Paranormal Activity sequel. Yeah, and like he liked the movies, and at that time, I'm guessing like the Paranormal Activity, the marked ones, was out, and it was in the movie theaters, like in the cinema, and yeah, he wanted for us to go actually watch it, and he told me like I had to watch the other parts just to get an idea of what the movie is like, so I won't be frustrated when I see it in the cinema or watch it in the cinema. So I started with this one, like with part 3, because that was what we had at the time. I don't know why the other parts weren't available. Yeah, maybe they just weren't for sale at that time. So I watched part 3, and then I watched the marked ones, like the Paranormal Activity marked ones, which is like the last part. Yeah, which has nothing to do with the same family. But anyway, so I watched this one first, and then the marked ones in the movie theater, and then watched the other parts, like part 3 and no, this is part 3, part 2 and 1. Yeah. So I also watched the whole movie, like all of the movies, a bit out of order. Like I didn't go by the exact numbers. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So I'm guessing like this bathroom you only see once or twice in the movie. Yeah, and there's just like a small, like not a small. There's like like you see from the mirror. There's like a door, and I'm guessing that leads to like a shower and toilet area. Yeah. Uh, yeah. There were also a lot of I don't know, a lot of corners and stuff or parts of the houses I saw from the mirror and not by the camera itself. Yeah, and for some reason they're all like the bathrooms, like the master bathroom downstairs. I figured out the layout of it from the mirrors. Yeah, there's like a jump scare scene, and it's located in the bathroom downstairs, and I figured that out from the mirrors. And also like the upstairs bathroom, I figured that from the mirrors as well. And in the listing, it's actually written that they have like 4 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms. Yeah, so I did the other bedrooms from my imagination because they don't get shown in the movie, and the whole rental unit also from my imagination. Like I did it all by myself. I didn't recreate it. Yeah, and the stairs are actually supposed to be made out of carpet, but we don't have carpet stairs in The Sims, so it's, I don't know, it's wood stairs, like normal wood stairs, but just imagine that it's made out of carpet. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. If you saw like this, I don't know, like a black screen for a second, that was when the game took me to the home page, and yeah, like when it exited the game by itself. Yeah. And also when I'm saving right now, I don't know, it doubles, because usually you get like a writing, like it writes you that it's saving, and for some reason I get, I don't know, 2 writings, or I mean, it says that it's saving and it repeats itself like, I don't know, 2 times. I really don't know how to explain it, and it writes the word saving 2 times, and it's above each other. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. And right now you're gonna see me working on the rental unit. It has like a 1 bedroom and 1 bathroom. I'm guessing 1 person lives in here. Could also be a couple, but that would be stupid for people to share this little space, like this much little space. Yeah, it would be really annoying. Yeah, maybe if it was a couple, they would actually share. It would be a lot better if they share a smaller area. And right now you're gonna see me placing the tripods and the cameras where they are located in the real house. Yeah, and the small dining area, like dining table or dining set downstairs, is actually like this tea set. Anyway, we're about done and we're moving to the screenshots in a couple of seconds. So I'm gonna wish you all to stay happy, healthy, and safe. Bye.